Storytime with Adult Couple. A while ago, my mum was doing something near a huge supermarket that's only under expansion. I was dying and absolutely had to get out of the house, so she took me along and plopped me in the area. The supermarket is absolutely massive, and that is not an exaggeration. Look up Cannington Carousel on Google Maps. It's so big the building is outlined. Being that big sounds like a splash zone of garbage and stuff from the food court and other stores. They should really pay somebody to clean it up, but maybe it grows back like that loaf of cake or something from that myth. There was a particularly bad strip in a quiet street right off the shopping centre that had like apocalyptic levels of garbage. I'm just imagining the future. After some sort of apocalyptic level catastrophe, somebody's just walking with their kid and they come across this really weird stripe of sediment in the hillside. The kid says to the parent, "What's that stripe?" Or the parent says, "That's Stratium. It comes from the wisdom of the ancient ones who forged the road into the place it is today, destroying the hells of the evil young rest tree. See the ancient writings there and the magical grid of strength there?" It's like he's pointing to the ingredients and nutrition table on a fizzy drink. So there was this particular street, with at least as much rubbish as there was grass showing. The supermarket had recycling bins, so I got some reusable shopping bags and got my booty to work. There were at least 2 trips of the bags being completely full, and I mean literally putting my weight on them to compress them, and it was falling out of the top full to get that patch clean. Then I heard somebody yelling in the distance. I didn't really register it. It came closer. Still nothing. Then he came in my direction yelling, "You effing see." I noticed he was tearing something up and throwing it on the ground as he walked. So I thought he had Tourette's or something. He stopped, stood there, looked directly at me and kept yelling. I just stood there thinking, what? Why? With a confused expression on my face. Then he started yelling, "Dunce, you're a dunce. Yeah, you're a dunce." My mum wasn't far away. I didn't want to run to my mummy when things got hard, but I kind of do. And he might have gotten violent. But there was a problem. I didn't want to carry my bags around, so I set up station under a tree instead of carrying all 3 bags around and spilling the trash everywhere. When my hands were full, I would go to the station and put the rubbish into the bags. I didn't want to leave my purse, so I went to get it. "You're hiding now." "That won't hide you," he yelled. I said, "I'm not hiding." I grabbed my purse, leaving the rubbish bags where they were. I didn't want to make him chase me, so I couldn't run. In retrospect, I should have stood my ground and maybe slapped him, but I didn't. I said to him, "Have a nice day, I'm leaving," and walked towards where my mom was. I walked off in the opposite direction, and eventually so did he. I warned an old couple that were going in the same direction as he was that there was a crazy person up ahead. I didn't go to fully where my mum was because I didn't know where it was exactly. I looked behind me and he was in a more populated area near me. He didn't look entirely okay. When he was gone, I continued to pick up rubbish. I thought he would have kicked over or dispersed the rubbish bags or something, but they were still there. I continued. Why did he yell at me? I don't know. Is he mentally ill? Then I'm not mad. Was the rubbish his friend? Did he like the rubbish? Was that his rubbish? Was he offended because even though littering is viewed in a casual light, it has massive environmental consequences? And me picking up the litter was making him feel bad and reflect upon his actions? I call this guilt aggression, by the way. Thank you for listening. Bye!